Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Koran Interpreted, a translation by A.J. Arberry. Number 54, the moon. In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful, the compassionate. The hour has drawn nigh, the moon is split. And there's various meanings of this. There's something that was seen as far as China, as far as the moon being in different parts. There was also the moon missions taking rocks from the moon. There was the Quraysh being split. Yet if they see a sign, they turn away, and they say a continuous sorcery. They have cried lies and followed their caprices. But every matter is settled, and there have come to them such tidings as contain a deterrent, a wisdom far-reaching, yet warnings do not avail. So turn thou away from them upon the day when the callers shall call unto a horrible thing, abasing their eyes, and they shall come forth from the tombs as if they were scattered grasshoppers, running with outstretched necks to the caller. The unbelievers shall say, "This is a hard day." The people of Noah cried lies before them. They cried lies to our servant, and said, a man possessed, and he was rejected. And so he called unto his Lord, saying, I am vanquished. Do thou succor me. Then we opened the gates of heaven unto water torrential, and made the earth to gush with fountains, and the waters met for a matter decreed, and we bore him upon a well-planked vessel, well-cocked, running before our eyes, a recompense for him denied, and we left it for a sign. Is there any that will remember? How then were my chastisement and my warnings? How now we have made the Quran easy for remembrance. Is there any that will remember? Odd cried lies. How then were my chastisement and my warnings? We loosed against them a wind clamorous in the day of ill fortune, continuous, plucking up men as if they were stumps of uprooted palm trees. How then were my chastisement and my warnings? Now we have made the Quran easy for remembrance. Is there any that will remember? The mood cried lies to the warnings, and said, what, shall we follow a mortal, one out of ourselves? Then indeed we should be in error and insanity. Has the reminder been cast upon him alone among us? Nay, rather he is an impudent liar, and they shall surely know tomorrow who is the impudent liar. We shall send the she-camel as a trial for them. So watch thou them, and keep patience, and tell them that the water is to be divided between them, each drink for them, each drink for each in turn. Then they called their comrade, and he took in hand, and hamstrung her. How then were my chastisement and my warnings? We loosed against them one cry, and they were as the wattles of a pen builder. Now we have made the Quran easy for remembrance. Is there any that will remember? The people of Lot cried lies to the warnings. We loosed against them a squall of pebbles, except the folk of Lot. We delivered them at the dawn, a blessing from us. Even so we recompense him who is thankful. He had warned them of our assault, but they disputed the warnings, even his guests. They had solicited of him, so we obliterated their eyes, saying, taste now my chastisement. Taste now my chastisement and my warnings. In the morning early there came upon them a settled chastisement. Taste now my Taste now my chastisement and my warnings. In the morning early there came upon them a settled chastisement. Taste now my chastisements and my warnings. Now we have made the Koran easy for remembrance. Is there any that will remember? The warnings came also to Pharaoh's folk. They cried lies to our signs, all of them, so we seized them with the seizing of one mighty, omnipotent. What are your unbelievers better than those? Or have you an immunity in the scrolls? Or do they say we are a congregation that shall be succored? We are a congregation that shall be succored. Certainly the host shall be routed and turn their backs. Nay, but the hour is their tryst, and the hour is very calamitous and bitter. Surely the sinners are in error and insanity. The day when they are dragged on their faces into the fire. Taste now, they touch a sakar. Surely we have created everything in measure. Our commandment is but one word, as the twinkling of an eye. We have destroyed the likes of you. Is there any that will remember? Everything that they have done is in the scrolls, and everything great and small is inscribed. Surely the God-fearing shall dwell amid gardens and a river, in a sure abode, in the presence of a king omnipotent. And chapter 54 has something that keeps repeating itself. So I wanted to point that out. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُّدَّكِرٍ. And verse 17, verse 22, verse 40, and it's important sometimes to say things in different context, because the different contexts will provoke something else, and that's what's going on here. It's an effectual text. It's not a chronological order of history and that sort of thing, but it's not illogically mixed together either.